Got a nice sweet potato off the wood stove there. About to fix up for my dinner. Yesterday I had a big pot of beans and ham, and I had them for breakfast again. Had some chicken bone broth for lunch. Oh, that's a nice. There. Oh, I usually just eat these plain with nothing on them, but I think today I'm gonna doctor it up toothache style. Lots of butter, brown sugar. Oh. I hope you guys all had good Thanksgiving. Today is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I won't be able to get out of here and get this uploaded till Sunday, I think, something like that, when I get back home. But I come down here Thanksgiving morning, Wednesday morning, been deer hunting and all that, and I haven't seen anything yet. Oh, but I'm gonna keep trying until Sunday morning. I'll get another day in tomorrow. Nothing's been moving. It's been windy. But I never did. I told some people I'd tell you that story from it was last week. I come down Wednesday night. We had a rain front move in, and there was a big cold front right behind it pushing in. This was a week ago, and it was calling for rain all day Thursday, so we ended up getting called off work, and I headed down and got in here before daylight and got in my spot, and a couple hours went along. It was raining, and I took and put on a hooded rain jacket, camouflage one, and it had a big hood on it. And I put a poncho over my legs. I was ducked back in my little brush spot, and it would lighten up, and I'd kind of get my hood off and look around, and it'd start again, and it started getting cold. So I'm all hunkered down in there, have my hood over my head, just sitting there about in a frozen stupor, and I heard all this crashing noise, and it was behind me, and I was like, man, I got my hood up, and I lifted my bow up there, and right about the time I got my bow up there, right beside me, come in on my left, right stinking beside me, 5, 6 feet away, is 2 huge does, a nice sized buck, and that monster buck chasing all 3 of them. So the 4 of them were head to tail right beside me, busting butt as fast as they could down the hill. I mean, just getting it, tearing it up, and they got about maybe another 15 foot from me and did a hard 90 and just went on, never slowed down one bit. And they were flipping rocks up, tearing up roots, plowing the ground. They had roots skinned off and stuff once I got up later and looked and all that. I mean, this was right beside me. It was so fast. I didn't have a chance to even. I could have never put a good shot on them, but it was something else. And that buck was just chasing them to death, I guess. I'm thinking that must have been that week and them few days. It must have been peak rut then, because I told you about that buck. I seen him again where he'd come up over the hill at me, and I couldn't get that shot on. Okay. After all this went on, I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm just shook. if I hadn't on been back ducked into that tree there and in that brush pile, they'd probably mowed me over and just trampled me to death. What I'm thinking, I'm like, gee whiz. I sat there a while, and heard something behind me, a little crunch and a little ch-ch-ch-ch. And now these deer are usually always making a bunch of noise when they're coming in, and you know how they are. If you're a deer hunter, it sounds just like a person walking through the woods. And so I slowly turned my head around and looked back behind a tree, and here's a nice buck, has his nose right at me, looking at me, looking into my eyes. I'm like, what the heck? So I just froze. I didn't move. There's no way I could turn around. You know, I got my back to him, and he just looking at me for a minute, and then he just kind of walks off, went up over the hill, you know. That was something. But, let's see, I hunted another day after that. I came down and hunted, and I just had a doe walk by, but she was like 150 yards off, too far of a shot. She just went on down and just walked on. But today I didn't see anything. Yesterday I didn't see anything. This is Friday night, so I'll be going again tomorrow, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, depending on when I can get rolling up out of here. It's cold out. We get hot in this tent, and it's hard getting up, but I'm gonna get up as early as I can and get out. Probably just try to hunt the full daylight all day tomorrow. Like I said, they haven't really been moving now, not like they were then, so that's why I'm thinking that. I'm not an expert, but I think that would have been peak rut then, the way they were moving. They were just going everywhere. But we'll see what happens tomorrow and all that. And I just wanted to check in, touch base with you. I had to get you that story because I told you I had that wild story, and that was something else. But I hope some of you other guys are having luck. If this will probably be it. I'll upload this Sunday or Monday, whenever it gets through. So I don't want to make it too long. And that's about all I got. Good to see you guys. Glad you stopped by, and we'll see you on the next one.